morning, is it from Zetster's Lab? I'm in heaven. It's a new winter's day, our first cold winter's day, and guess what? Last night I finished my red coat, duster coat. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? It's one of those crochet along videos, so I will put the link below, and I am in love. I even, you know me, put in some pockets. A girl needs some pockets in a jacket, in a coat. Isn't it gorgeous? Well, this is my red coat, and I can even wear it like this. Just look at this. I can close it up, put something there. I now forgot to bring my stuff. Put something, a crochet flower, an old antique brooch, whatever you have, you can put it there and it can stay closed. Doesn't have to be open, because if it's really cold, you need something, you need a real cover up. And then it's also nice and kind of fitting. So yes, for 10 days I've been very quiet because I've been crocheting. And as we were sitting this morning, hubby and I, and let me tell you, this is my new art studio. All I did is I just put, this couch was downstairs in my hubby's office, so we are changing that office into a flatlet, and all of a sudden there wasn't place for this couch, so I decided my room. So now this couch is there. Bella Blobs is in heaven, because now all of a sudden she's got somewhere to lie when I'm painting. My camera is on my desk, where I usually paint. The desk was here. So all of a sudden I've got this new space, and it's awesome in winter because nowhere in our house we really have the winter sun coming in, except in my little workspace. So all of a sudden I've got my couch, the sun is shining. I just had to close it for the video. So I'm in heaven. Isn't it awesome? And what is nicer than a colorful long coat in winter? So as hubby and I was sitting, having breakfast, I told him about a friend of mine also on YouTube and on the internet, and he was just talking about how the difficult times in his country. We always think the only difficult times is in our own country, in our own life. But the minute you start to listen to other people's stories about their life, you realize, life in this realm is not easy for anybody. Anybody is really, really very scary at times. And then all I could tell hubby was, all we have is this day, is today. It doesn't help to fear. What does it help if you fear? Fear just steals the joy that's already yours. For this day, I've got what I need for this day. Inside of me, I've got my joy and my peace and the power to do whatever I need to do or get through. The strength, I've got it in me that I need to get through this day. But the minute I start to worry and fear about the future and what may or may not happen, that fear and worry steals what I have this day to get victoriously through this day. And that's how we walk in the abundance that is already ours. We focus on this day and this moment. And our kids are coming to visit, my kids and with the grandkids from Thailand. They're coming in 2 weeks' time. And all that I told him, there's so many doom and gloom and bad tidings of what is coming. And I said, you know what? All we now know at this stage, in this day, is our kids are coming for a month. And what we can do is give them the most amazing month with us in our home, in our space. And my home's name is Green Pastures. Aren't it beautiful? And that is what I experience in my home and what other people are experiencing when they come to visit. So what can we do? We can give them a sanctuary, a green pastures for the month that they come. And after that, I've got no idea. I don't even have an idea about tomorrow, the next day, 5-year plan or 10-year plan. But what I do know is today, this minute, all my needs are met. Because inside of me, I've got the abundant life that is upholding the trees and the birds and the flowers and the animals and everything. That same life is in me and in you. And yesterday it was so awesome. I was helping hubby sanding something for the new flatlet. And the wood particles, they landed on this spider web that I wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for the wood particles. All of a sudden, this whole web was just so clear. And I was looking at it and I thought, isn't this absolutely magnificent? I mean, how can a little spider, I couldn't even see him, I didn't know where he was at that stage. But if he can do that, due to the abundant life in him, guiding him, leading them, providing for him what he needs to do that and to survive in this earthly realm. I've got that same life. Bella Blob's got that same life. We've got what it takes. Our only job is to do not allow fear and bad tidings and things that you hear about the world and what's coming. Come in, steal, kill and destroy that abundant life that is yours now, that is available to you to get you through this moment, this day. Oh, isn't it the good news? That's the good news. We've got what it takes to get through this day. It's in us. All the strength you need, all the love you need, all the patience, power, wisdom, everything you need to get through this moment, you already have. All you have to do is do not allow your mind to run around like a crazy thing and listen to all the things, the bad tidings and things that may come. 90%, 98% of those things never happen. But the power that they have over you is you allow them to steal the life in you, the abundant life that you have to get victoriously through this day. Well, I nearly made a terrible mistake this morning. As I was I was busy, I'm going to put on my cream for my face. I grabbed this little thing, open it, put my hand in, and as I was going for my face, I realized it was my white acrylic paint. Can you imagine what that would have, the trouble of getting that off my face and hand? So luckily I stopped. Okay, Bella Blubs. And then I thought, I want to share my cream with you. Years ago I went to China with my kids, and Jenny's grandmother, mainline Chinese woman, she used this really cheap, very ordinary cream in Thailand. In China they cost next to nothing. So I started using them, and while my children were living in China, they brought me cream with every time. But then they moved to Thailand, and it was too difficult to get that cream, and I was stuck. Because you know me, I don't like to use over-expensive things. Why? So I always go for things that work. I go for the natural remedies whenever I can. And then our kids came to visit with a little baby Zach, and they used this cream on him, Epimax. And we were really struggling to find my cream, and then my son said, "But Mom, why don't you try that? I mean, it's also really for babies. It's not anti-allergic, and it's really, why don't you try it?" So I did, and it is fantastic. I use it all over, on my hands, my arms, my legs, my face. Epimax, you get it at any... I even bought it at our spa the other day. It was there. It's about, I cannot remember, about 120 Rand for a big tube tub like this. I'll put the name below. I just love to share the things that work for me. Why not? My face is not, it's very, it's not at all oily, but it stays moisturized throughout the whole day. I just wash my face with water, put this on in the morning, do the same at night. That is my thing. It works for me. Perhaps it works for you if you've got allergic things or problems or whatever. So thank you that I can share my life with you. Thank you that I can share my beautiful red dust coat with you. And yes, I put in some pockets, and it's easier than putting pockets on when you do needlework. This inside pocket is it's a challenge, but this is just so easy. I'm so glad. Once again, I just put in YouTube how to put inside pockets in a crochet coat, how to crochet it, and oops, there comes the link. I'll put that on below, and voila, my beautiful coat with the inside pockets. And as I always say, if I can, you can. So have a fantastic day. Thank you that I can share my experiences and my life with you. So there you can see, whoop, I don't know, I cannot even see it, but it's Epimax in the link. This is my cream. Oh, and can I share my beautiful shoes with you? Oh, bought that on a leather. My friend calls them working boots. Called them on a sale the other day. I was in this little town, and my friend said, "You need to go to that house because that woman makes beautiful leather shoes." So I went there and I found my beautiful boots. Just look at them with my red jacket and my ski pants. Life is for the living. We need to start enjoying our life and do those things that brings out the abundant life that's already in us. For me, it's sharing my life, it's crochet, it's painting, it's flowers, it's sunsets. And the more of those things I do, the more joy and peace manifest through me. So what are those things that brings out the abundant life in you? Find them and start doing them in your daily life, because that is what we need. Those things in our everyday daily lives that allows the abundant life to flow mightily through us. Is it from Zetster's Lab? Love you lots. Please subscribe.